Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Eagles going up against the Redskins.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. First carry for Samaje Perine. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
On play action, it's Dobbs. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards through the air and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Dobbs now on second down. And he rifles one incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back up. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And that'll be incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
Push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. A.J. McCarron looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Eagles on 3rd down. 54 yards. Well, a big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw it a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's how you want to start a sequence defensively. That's what we used to call, partner, hello, glad to meet you. Tagged him for a loss.
Here we go now.
McCarron to throw on 2nd down. A swing pass caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
They'll run it here with Pirine. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Ohio!
from the shotgun. Here's Dobbs. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Collins. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Fresh set of downs here.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Dobbs to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Collins. And a loose football. And the Eagles have recovered.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. Forced out to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
McCarron again here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go now.
3rd and 1. McCarron wants to throw, and that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And Frank's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they recover the fumble, but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
So out now come the Redskins. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Going top shelf for Smith, shoot, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Here we go now.
To throw, it's McCarron. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
McCarron following the sack. He leads his guys up on 3rd and long. Here's McCarron to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So on fourth down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Being chased out left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Now McCarron, eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Zach Brown able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Now McCarron throwing on second. And incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Now here's McCarron on third. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll be knocked down sideways. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. And some room to maneuver. Escapes the defender. Gets through, and now an opening. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
This one's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your career.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. McCarron. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Now P-Ryan. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit. Even though I'm not rooting for either team, that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch.
And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Derek Barnett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense.
And it's a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Going for it all. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Here's P-Ryan. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Dobbs. It's brought in by Dodson. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. Throwing here, Dobbs. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Joshua Dobbs on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He finds an opening past the 40. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibson. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's McCarron. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Steps away to his left. Now he's good. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Let's go! Ohio!
They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
McCarron now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 52 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Reggie Ragland in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On second down, here's McCarron, eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing now is McCarron, escaping the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Frank's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and it's shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Dobbs. And he takes this one all the way across across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. The swing pass caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And he puts it through. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out come the Eagles. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Reggie Ragland in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Working from the gun here, McCarron. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw, McCarron. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. The Eagles on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is third down and 12. So the D-line's going to spread out. McCarron from the gun on third. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Eagles on third down. 53 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Detroit! Here we go now!
On first and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Here we go now!
Again, they'll throw it with A.J. McCarron. Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
McCarron going to try and throw on third down. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Philly. 55 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They'll run for it with Smallwood. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Wendell Smallwood, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
A.J. McCarron looking to throw, and that's off the mark, incomplete. Should have been picked, probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now they're coming back out. Now they've established this run game. The play-action pass could very well be open.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. Back
now at FedEx Field, it's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Back to throw Dobbs. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Flushed out right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Shane Ray. 30, the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And here come the Redskins now. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On second down, Dobbs. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a third down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Second down here after the incomplete pass. To throw is Dobbs. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Perry Riley. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Or has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guy.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A nice pick up there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Dobbs is throwing. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Timmy Jernigan. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On play action, it's Dobbs. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Dobbs. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
McCarron to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down again. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. The first throw for the backup, Davis Webb. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he connects with Ertz. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Give him 27 yards that time. And that leads to a Philadelphia first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. McCarron on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Reggie Ragland, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now McCarron throwing on 2nd, being chased out left. Open space inside the 10. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap for McCarron. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now McCarron, he's got to have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, and now he bowls him over. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 97 yards. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now McCarron. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw, it's McCarron. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Ryan Anderson. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Completes it right side to Dodson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Steps away to his left. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. Out of the gun, Dobbs. He's going to go up top for the end. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And that will write a finish to this ball game.